Hey everyone, it's Gretchen here, Catnpaws. So I'm doing a make-ahead craft, making these money envelope type pockets for future journals. So I'll show you the pad I'm working out of exclusively this Paper Studio 4.5 by 6.5 inch. I got this at Hobby Lobby. It's the real thin paper. What is there? 120 sheets. And what I had done, I tea-dyed a bunch of the papers and I had a stack sitting here, and I'm like, what am I going to do with these? I know I had a purpose for them when I did it, but now I'm just like, they're in my way. So I wanted to create something with them. I did emboss a couple of them, and can I tell you, this one here I embossed by itself, and you can see where it raised up on the corner, and you know, I tried to stress over it, but I could still see like the mistake, for lack of a better word, underneath it. But I still think it's gorgeous. So what I did the next time, I took two pieces, ran in one embossing folder and ran it through, and this one I just did, and you can see a noticeable softer, and it was like more softly embossed. And so let me do the other one here. So my measurements, I came out for this, what I do is flip it over, because you're going to be folding it in, and then you're going to score at 2 inches and 5 inches, and you want to hold the paper down, but you don't want to press super hard because the embossing has weakened the paper a little bit. So then I look to make sure my design pattern's going like up when I do that, and then I flip it over to the left one turn, and then I emboss it, or I score it at 4. Get my handy scissors. I'm going to go right outside that score line and cut up to the next score line, like that. And I'm just cutting away some of this bulk, and then I'm going to ever so slightly cut at an angle, starting like this way going in, and I'm going to meet in that corner. So that one was a lot longer than this one. That's only like one snip. Then I'm going to make sure my creases are permanent where I scored at. Did I tell you I have apple cider and donut wax in my melter right now? And it smells like fall in here. Some of that cinnamon, definitely the apple cider note, not just like straight up heirloom apple, but apple cider. And I think when you emboss paper, that's my opinion, it kind of throws it off kilter just a little bit. So you can see there, I'm trying to see if I can line it up, but I have a fix for that. Alright, I'm going to apply my glue. So I'm doing the flap on the outside on this one, so I'm going to apply my glue on the inside. Fold over one flap, and hold on, I got to put glue here too. Glue down the side. And then fold that flap up. I see I had seen some glue, so I'm going to make sure that it's just not going to stick together at the bottom because I'm notorious for gluing things down. Alright, well, you know what, that looks pretty straight. Now if I wanted to, I could add a loop-de-loo here. I'm just going to take my circle punch. It is the 1 inch, and taking that thinner side in. Kind of eyeballing it. And then I'm going to take my distress ink. I didn't do it for all. I didn't do the distress ink on it, but for this one I'm going to, because you'll see what it does to the embossed paper. Let me zoom in for this. So just taking that over, it raises, well, the image is already raised. It highlights the raised image. And then since my paper has been tea dyed, it's not so stark white back there. I can give it an edge with the distress ink. And I know I'm heavy-handed, and that's just the nature of my bum wrist. I try to take it light. But look how tattered and like rugged and beat up. I don't want to use the word beat up because it's really not, but just like rugged and antiqued. Just hit the back of this lightly. You know, every time I make a video, someone has to flush the toilet above my head. I swear. It's just like I had no idea anybody was in the bathroom. I usually wait. Chloe was fussing, so I waited for her to calm down. Then the dogs were barking. I waited for them to stop barking. I said, oh good, it's finally quiet. And I have noise above my head. Wow, gorgeous. Alright, so that's an embossed. That's an embossed. That's an embossed by itself, and I got that raised there. Then I did some just tea dyed. And let's do another one. So that one I did the flap on the outside. We'll do the flap on the inside. I definitely want this pattern to be upright. Oh, let me zoom back out. Okay. I definitely want this pattern to be upright. So I'm going to go again 6.5 inch long ways. I'm going to score at 2. Score at 5, rotate to the left and score at 4. Get my scissors, cut right outside that score line up to the next score line, and then I'm going to rotate it and just at a very slight angle coming in above the score line. So there you can hear like 3 of the scissors because it's long. On this side it's short, and then I only have to go once really with the snipping. And then I'm just going to make my creases permanent. See how fast they go? And they're so pretty, and they're so quick to grab, to put in a journal. You can paper clip it, glue it in. Goes great with my journal sticks. Holds them very well. And this one, I'm going to, I see some people walking outside my house. I think they're just walking. It caught my eye. I forget what I was even going to say now, but I'm going to, put my glue on the outside. Glue on the outside. I think they're the neighbors. I think their kids are out playing and they were walking with them. I don't know. Alright. And then I'm going to bring this flap over, glue again down this side, and then bring this flap over. And you can see there is no hole. You see the flap? Well, I don't know if you can see that down there. But it's just a little more clean, especially if you're just going to paper clip it in. And it holds perfect. Now, if that bothers you, that little bit right there, let me show you a quick fix. Just put it on your paper cutter and give it a little haircut there. And if you wanted, don't have to. So you could just throw some ink on it real quick. Now we'll do one with the flap, and that's all I'm going to do on that. So let's do one with the flap here. So another pattern is I need it to go up, so I'm going to flip it over because we're going to fold in. We are going to score at 2, score at 5. Whoops. Almost caught it and ripped it. Rotate to the left. We're going to score at 4. And we are also going to score at a 1/2 inch. So again, we'll cut right outside that score line. And then I'm going to come down at that slight angle. See there, it's just barely. And even if you like go too wonky, you can just trim it up when you're putting things together and you're like, I don't like that. And then the same thing on the top. We're going to cut outside the score line. And I guess I hope I make sense when I say I'm going to cut outside. I'm going to cut into the middle. Then I'm going to come at an angle and add an angle. Give it a quick crease. Let me do the flap again on the that it will be on the inside. See, like if that's just like, you know, if that bothers you, you could actually just trim that off a little bit if you wanted to. Okay. Let me make sure I have everything going the right way before I glue down flaps. I had issues with my glue bottle today. It's like, what did you do for fun? Oh, I kind of blew through the tip of it to try to get the clog out. And then I'm going to bring this one over. I'm using art glitter glue in case you're curious. I'm going to go down the side. And I picked this because it dries clear. I can always just wipe off the excess too. Alright. And voila, we have a flap. Now here's where the Fruit Loop in me comes out. I don't like how that cut like that, and it's like, well, so what do? Let's like alter it. We just cut it off. Because I didn't like that. Right there. No biggie. We're back to just having a pocket that I can punch out. Sorry, I'm trying to get that centered. Now, let's say you did that and you don't like it. And it's just like not your thing. So I get my paper cutter back out and I can cut that right off. And we're back down to a square or straight edge, or however you want to look at it. And so we'll do it again, see how it looks. And I was happy with that. I just wanted to show you guys. Always gotta think, I gotta get this part and this part right here, and just line it up. Now I'll just dust the edges with some ink. So there you have it. Lots of envelopes. So some with the flap tucked in underneath, some with the flap hanging out. Can embellish these. And then they can be a permanent pocket or a clip-in. There's some embossed. And I still have lots more to go. So I hope you give them a try. They're fun. And they don't take up a lot of space once you're done with them. You can just store them in a box with your other embellishments and then just grab one when you need one. I'll leave the measurements below if you guys are interested. Again, it was in this 6.5, well, 4.5 by 6.5 paper pad that I got picked up at Hobby Lobby. Whoa! In the real thin sheet of paper. Take care.